Chandipur, also referred to as Nandigram III, is a community development block that forms an administrative division in Tamluk subdivision of Purba Medinipur district in the Indian state of West Bengal. Geography: Purba Medinipur district is part of the lower Indo-Gangetic Plain and eastern coastal plains. Topographically, the district can be divided into two parts. A. Almost entirely flat plains on the west, east and north. B. The coastal plains on the south. The vast expanse of land is formed of alluvium and is composed of younger and coastal alluvial. The elevation of the district is within 10 meters above mean sea level. The district has a long coastline of 65.5 kilometers along its southern and southeastern boundary. 5 coastal CD blocks, namely Kajuri II, Kante II, Deshaprin, Kante I, Ramnagar I and II, are occasionally affected by cyclones and tornadoes. Tidal floods are quite regular in these 5 CD blocks. Normally floods occur in 21 of the 25 CD blocks in the district. The major rivers are Haldi, Rupnarayan, Rasulpur, Bagwi and Keleghai, flowing in north to south or southeast direction. River water is an important source of irrigation. The district has a low 899-hectare forest cover, which is 0.02% of its geographical area. Chandipur is located at 22 degrees 05, 32, N 87 degrees 51 minutes 22 seconds east. Chandipur CD block is bounded by Nandigram CD block in the north, Mahishadal and Nandigram II CD blocks in the east, Bhagabanpur II CD block in the south and Bhagabanpur I CD block in the west. It is located 27 kilometers from Tamluk, the district headquarters. Chandipur CD block has an area of 137.58 square kilometers. It has 1 Panchayat Samiti, 10 Gram Panchayats, 134 Gram Sansads, village councils, 114 muses and 111 inhabited villages. Chandipur police station serves this block. Headquarters of this CD block is at Chandipur. Gram Panchayats of Chandipur block Panchayat Samiti are Rajalalchik, Brindabanpur I, Brindabanpur II, Chokali, Dibakapur, Iswarpur, Jalpai, Kulbari, Nandipur Barahuni and Usmanpur. Demographics: Population. As per 2011 census of India, Chandipur CD block had a total population of 188,119, of which 176,704 were rural and 11,415 were urban. There were 97,123, 52%, males and 90,996, 48%. Females. Population below 6 years was 23,106. Scheduled castes numbered 19,095, 10.15%, and scheduled tribes numbered 200, 0.11%. As per 2001 census, Chandipur block had a total population of 159,792. Out of which 82,155 were males and 77,637 were females. Chandipur block registered a population growth of 13.43% during the 1991 to 2001 decade. Decadal growth for the combined Midnapur district was 14.87%. Decadal growth in West Bengal was 17.84%. Census towns in Chandipur CD block. 2011 census figures in brackets. Kotbar, 6,083. And Arashal, 5,332. Large villages, with 4,000 plus population. In Chandipur CD block. 2011 census figures in brackets. Rajalalchik, 9,612. Nandipur, 7,397. Baraguni, 7,000. Kagda, 4,827. Jalpai Part 1, 4,042. Jalpai Part 2, 3,627. And Kolbari, 6,906. Other villages in Chandipur CD block. 2011 census figures in brackets. Chandipur, 2,343. Brindabanpur, 2,676. Usmanpur, 1,322. And Dibakapur, 3,466. Literacy. As per 2011 census, the total number of literates in Chandipur CD block was 144,893. 87.81% of the population over 6 years, out of which 78,686, 54%, were males and 66,207, 46%, were females. As per 2011 census, literacy in Purba Medinipur district was 87.02%. Purba Medinipur had the highest literacy amongst all the districts of West Bengal in 2011. See also, List of West Bengal districts ranked by literacy rate. Language and religion. Bengali is the local language in these areas. In 2011 census, Hindus numbered 161,915 and formed 86.07% of the population in Chandipur CD block. Muslims numbered 26,063 and formed 13.85% of the population. Others numbered 141 and formed 0.08% of the population. Rural poverty. The District Human Development Report for Purba Medinipur has provided a CD block-wise data table for modified human poverty index of the district. Chandipur CD block registered 21.84 on the MHPI scale. The CD block-wise mean MHPI was estimated at 24.78. 11 out of 25 CD blocks were found to be severely deprived in respect of Grand CD block. Average value of MHPI. CD blocks with lower amount of poverty are better. All the CD blocks of Haldia and Kante subdivisions appeared backward, except Ramnagar I and II. Of all the blocks of Egra subdivision, only Bhagabanpuri I appeared backward, and in Tamluk subdivision none appeared backward. Economy. Livelihood. In Chandipur CD block in 2011, total workers formed 36.10% of the total population, and amongst the class of total workers, cultivators formed 13.46%, agricultural laborers 40.90%, household industry workers 10.59% and other workers 35.06%. Infrastructure. 113 and 99% of muses in Chandipur CD block were electrified by the 31st of March 2014. In 2007-08, around 40% of rural households in the district had electricity. All 114 muses in Chandipur CD block had drinking water facilities in 2013-14. There were 23 fertilizer depots, 6 seed stores and 30 fair price shops in the CD block. Agriculture. According to the District Human Development Report of Purba Medinipur, the agricultural sector is the lifeline of a predominantly rural economy. It is largely dependent on the low-capacity deep tube wells, around 50%, or high-capacity deep tube wells, around 27%, for irrigation, as the district does not have a good network of canals, compared to some of the neighboring districts. In many cases the canals are drainage canals which get the backflow of river water at times of high tide or the rainy season. The average size of land holding in Purba Medinipur in 2005-06 was 0.73 hectares against 1.01 hectares in West Bengal. In 2013-14, the total area irrigated in Chandipur CD block was 5,390 hectares, out of which 130 hectares were irrigated with canal water, 2,350 hectares by tank water and 2,910 hectares by deep tube wells. In 2003-04, net area sown in Chandipur CD block was 11,096 hectares and the area in which more than one crop was grown was 6,000 hectares. Although the Bagadari Act of 1950 recognized the rights of Bagadars to a higher share of crops from the land that they tilled, it was not implemented fully. Large tracts, beyond the prescribed limit of land ceiling, remained with the rich landlords. From 1977 onwards, major land reforms took place in West Bengal. Land in excess of land ceiling was acquired and distributed amongst the peasants. Following land reforms, land ownership pattern has undergone transformation. In 2013-14, persons engaged in agriculture in Chandipur CD block could be classified as follows: Bagadars 13.22%, Pata document holders 12.06%, small farmers possessing land between 1 and 2 hectares 2.27%, marginal farmers possessing land up to 1 hectare 29.60%, and agricultural laborers 42.84%. In 2013-14, Chandipur CD block produced 773 tons of Amman paddy, the main winter crop, from 2,248 hectares. 8,682 tons of burra paddy, the spring crop, from 2,462 hectares. 593 tons of Aus paddy, the summer crop, from 1,243 hectares. 27 tons of jute from 2 hectares and 3,354 tons of potatoes from 121 hectares. It also produced pulses and oil seeds. The Telveen is a major source of livelihood in Purba Medinipur district, particularly in Tamluk and Kantay subdivisions. The Telveen production in 2008-09 was the highest amongst all the districts and was around a third of the total state production. In 2008-09, Purba Medinipur produced 2,789 tons of cashew nuts from 3,340 hectares of land. Pisciculture. Purba Medinipur's net district domestic product derives 1/5 of its earnings from fisheries, the highest amongst all the districts of West Bengal. The net area available for effective pisciculture in Chandipur CD block in 2013-14 was 1050.00 hectares. 6,440 persons were engaged in the profession and approximate annual production was 40,005 quintals. Banking. In 2013-14, Chandipur CD block had offices of 6 commercial banks and 1 Gramin bank. Transport. Chandipur CD block has 6 originating, terminating bus routes. Laban Satyagraha Smarak is a station on the Tamluk Dia line, constructed in 2003-04. SH4 connecting Jalda, in Purulia district, and Dia, in Purba Medinipur district, passes through Chandipur. Education. In 2013-14, Chandipur CD block had 121 primary schools with 9,247 students, 3 middle schools with 530 students, 15 high schools with 7,339 students and 16 higher secondary schools with 16,672 students. Chandipur CD block had 1 technical, professional institution with 99 students, 283 institutions for special and non-formal education with 12,890 students. Healthcare. In 2014, Chandipur CD block had 1 block primary health center, 2 primary health centers, and 8 private nursing homes with total 165 beds and 5 doctors, excluding private bodies. It had 28 family welfare sub-centers. 2,786 patients were treated indoor and 113,257 patients were treated outdoor in the hospitals, health centers and sub-centers of the CD block.